and I would put garlic in it and sesame seed oil and vinegar, and I would eat it literally every day. That and then raspberry jello. That's all I wanted.
I was watermelon jello. Vinegar in it, really?
Oh yeah, it's so good. If you put fresh garlic in it, it's really good. You can also do the sweet chili stuff. You'd probably like it with sriracha, but then you really boil it, and it gets like and it's you could do red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar. It's really good.
Oh my gosh, I've never had it that way. This is my way. I make it, and then I put in kimchi inside, so the kimchi, so all the spices boil out, and then I crack an egg in it.
Yes.
I am so hungry right now. It's not right.
I know. I hate to say this, but I wish it wasn't cheesecake. I wish it was savory food.
I've got I need a salt lick right now.
Yeah. I'm a salt fiend, I'm not a sweet tooth person.
Yeah. And with ramen, the noodles just for you. The soup is very important too. I mean, if you have crappy soup, then it's not good.
Welcome, everyone, into the News 4 Forum, the show we don't just watch. We're asking you to join in. We're talking about hot stories, trending topics, viral videos, and the latest in your tech news. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're starting off this morning with a look at what's trending online. Locally, the most read story on mynews4.com is Truckee resident, one of 6 climbers killed on Mount Rainier. According to several sources, one of those climbers is Matt Hegman. He's a guide for Seattle's Alpine Ascents International. The climbers were last heard from on Wednesday night, and by Friday they were reported missing. Officials had search crews in the air and on the ground on Saturday. We'll keep you updated. We have more on this for later shows. Nationally on CNN.com, the most read story this morning is what we want Apple to unveil at WWDC. According to CNN, the Worldwide Developers Conference will feature first-time reveals of new Apple products and services. This year's OS X update will be named Yosemite. Why did I get that one wrong? And it's going to also include a new interface, a new look to their apps, and a new feature called Continuity. Wonder what that's all about. On FoxNews.com, the most read story this morning is Obama administration targets coal with controversial emissions regulation. The new rules seek to cut carbon emissions from power plants by 30% by 2030. Obama initially wanted states to submit their plans by mid-2016, but details of the proposal obtained by the Associated Press show states could have until 2017 to submit a complete plan. And trending on Twitter this morning is hashtag King Juan Carlos. A surprise announcement from Spain. King Juan Carlos has abdicated after nearly 40 years on the throne. His son, Crown Prince Felipe, will take over. Now on to our viewer voice segment, where we ask you, the viewer, to chat with us about some of the trending topics of the day. You can find these topics on our Facebook page about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we would love to have you live on air with us. All you have to do is have a Google Plus account and circle me, Melissa Carlson, and let me know that you're interested in one of our stories. All right, our first one, a Colorado baker cannot refuse to make wedding cakes for same-sex couples. That's the ruling of the Colorado Civil Rights Commission. The commission says the refusal violates anti-discrimination laws. But as Julie Hayden reports, that baker is standing by his convictions.
Gay rights are civil rights!
The case has sparked protests and controversy for nearly 2 years. Ever since Masterpiece Cake Shop owner Jack Phillips told Charlie Craig and David Mullins he would not make them a wedding cake.
If it's just a birthday, I have no problem with that. My issue is that I don't want to be forced to participate in a same-sex wedding.
And really the only matter for us to do now is to deliberate this case.
Phillips' attorney argued to Colorado's Civil Rights Commission that Phillips is opposed to same-sex marriage on religious grounds, and for the state to force him to make the cake violates his rights.
When a recently enacted state statute collides with the First Amendment, the First Amendment should win every time. A human rights tribunal has no authority to trump the United States Constitution.
But the commission ruled Colorado's anti-discrimination laws do not allow business owners to deny selling a product or service to same-sex couples for their wedding.
I mean, honestly, we're thrilled.
They hope this case keeps doors open for other same-sex couples.
The whole point of this case, and wherever it ends up, is that the next time a gay couple wanders in there asking for a wedding cake, they won't have the experience that we have. They will have a professional experience, and they will leave feeling that they were respected.
But Phillips says this case hurts other business owners.
Their rights have just been taken away.
That was Julie Hayden reporting, asking our Google Plus group what you think about it. Should there be another look at this case? Are his religious rights being trampled here, or no? The rights of the people who came in, their rights were trampled. Starting off first with Giano in Reno. Dee, your thoughts on this one?
My immediate first thought on it is my immediate irritation at them trying to call it a First Amendment issue. The First Amendment actually, surprisingly, because I've read it, it actually doesn't give you the right to discriminate against people. It's like, I mean, there's nothing about it there. It doesn't say that at all. It reminds me of, like, you know, back in the day when businesses were discriminating against people off of the color of their skin. It wasn't right then, and it's not right now.
And is it the same, Nate? Do you think that when we're talking about discriminating against someone's skin color, is it the same when it comes to their religion? If they believe or do not believe in same-sex marriages, do they have the right then to say, I'm not going to participate?
You know, I really think the legality of it, I think it's 50-50. Either way, we'll have to see what happens. But I really think, you know, the free market and common sense should win out. I wish this guy would just do it because it's the right thing to do. I hate the idea of forcing people in business and other aspects, though.
I'm guessing this is probably going to change people who go to his bakery anyways, or not. Maybe there'll be a lot more people going to support him. You just never know. It'd be interesting to see in a week or so. Kempton, what do you think?
Yeah, in this case, I have to agree with Diano. I mean, I hate a business to be forced to do something, but discrimination is discrimination, and the board judged that the case to be discriminatory behavior, so they should change.
Tony, what do we have on Facebook?
Well, Sarah says, no, at one time it was against people's religious beliefs to serve interracial couples. No one catered to this idiocy, and this should not be catered to either. If you can't serve the public, don't open a bakery. But David says that whatever happened to, we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. The baker was discriminated against. I would take this to the USSC.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. It's what everybody's been talking about all weekend long. 5 years after his capture by a terrorist group in Afghanistan, U.S. Army Sergeant Bo Begdal is finally on his way home. But even before he sets foot on American soil, criticism and questions surrounding the circumstances of his release are coming up, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say about it. CNN's Joe Johns reports.
A good day.
Yes, it's a good day.
A day after the president's emotional celebration with Bo Bergdahl's parents in the Rose Garden, tough questions for his national security advisor, Susan Rice, on CNN's State of the Union with Candy Crowley.
Point blank, did the U.S. negotiate with terrorists for his release?
Candy, what we did was ensure that, as always, the United States doesn't leave a man or a woman on the battlefield.
Rice said what she called the acute urgency of Bergdahl's failing health justified not telling Congress 30 days beforehand, as the law requires.
So there was a conscious decision to break the law as you know it, dealing with the detainees and the release of them?
Candy, no. The Department of Defense consulted with the Department of Justice, and it is our view that it was appropriate and necessary to do this in order to bring Sergeant Bergdahl back safely.
And Rice said Qatar's emir had assured President Obama the 5 Taliban Guantanamo detainees swapped for Bergdahl would not pose a significant risk.
There are restrictions on their movement and behavior. I'm not at liberty to get into detail about the precise nature of those restrictions.
Republican Mike Rogers, the House Intelligence Chairman, countered that there's now a price on American soldiers' heads.
So we have a changing footprint in Afghanistan, which would put our soldiers at risk for this notion that if I can get one, I can get 5 Taliban released.
But Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel insisted this was about saving a soldier's life.
We didn't negotiate with terrorists. Sergeant Bergdahl is a prisoner of war.
That was Joe Johns reporting. So the question is here, do we incentivize hostage-taking by releasing the hostages that we had, or the people that we had, I should say, the prisoners in Guantanamo, or do the terrorists already know the value of taking an American, so it really doesn't change anything out there on the playing field? I know that there's been a lot of people talking about if you catch a pilot it's this much money that you're going to get. If you catch a first sergeant, it's this much money, and along the lines there. Deanna, your thoughts. Are we showing terrorists something new here, or they already knew that they could get some money for us? This is just maybe one of the bigger times out in the press that it's actually happening.
Ooh, this one's actually kind of hard to comment on because, like, everyone's going to have their take on it, whatever, but it's like without actually being on the ground and knowing the particulars of the situation, which at this point nobody does, it's hard to say whether the right or wrong call was made here. I'm sure they did what they had to do.
Al, your thoughts on this?
I completely agree with Deanna. It is a slippery slope when you're dealing with prisoners of war and, you know, with terrorists. I can't even really give you a definite answer on this one because it's so hard when you have someone that's from the country that's in that situation, and you know, do you save the lives of someone of your fellow countrymen and risk being letting go of potential terrorists? It's a sticky situation.
Camden, you've got the last word on this.
Yeah, it's a tough one. The 5 you release, I mean, if they're gonna do more damage 1 year or half year down the road, you don't know, right? So it's a tough one. Slippery slope to me.
We had a lot of comments on this one on Facebook. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post them there or on our Google Plus page as well. Thanks, everybody, for being with us. I'm sure it's not going to be the last time we talk about that case. All right, coming up next, when you think of the perfect dessert, what do you envision? Maybe cheesecake? We've got some ideas for you coming up next. Stay with us. The News 4 Forum. We'll be right back.
You know, when I think the perfect dessert, I think steak.
What? Steak?
With a little bit of syrup on it?
No, sir. Just steak. well, maybe some, you know, grilled onions. That's a great dessert.
My favorite dessert, so like right now, obviously it comes in stages because at one time it was chocolate mousse and then it was, you know, whatever. But I'm pretty obsessed with the caramel budino at Campo.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's so good. So on the bottom, it's like Oreo cookie crust. It's crumbled, but you could tell it's mixed with some kind of butter. So it's kind of, it's not savory by any means, but it's got like kind of that chocolate salty kind of crunch. And then they put this, it's not a pudding. It's not the right word. It's like a caramel, I guess, kind of a pudding. And then they have sea salt caramel and then fresh whipped cream. But the crunch of the chocolate with the caramel and like, it's just, you could taste the butter. It's so good.
That's
great.
That
You're making me hungry now. Thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, it's like dessert lives and dies by one thing and one thing only: banana pudding.
Banana pudding?
Yeah, I love banana pudding.
Really?
Like, I can't make it myself, but it's like my mom makes it, like around holidays and whatnot, and every single year it's like, it's like she thinks she makes it for, you know, everyone in the family. In reality, it's all mine.
Yeah.
It's like I do the same thing every year. I get like a big bowl, and I put, well, you know, maybe a medium-sized bowl, and I put as much of the banana pudding from the pan into that bowl as possible, and then I put the bowl down, and then whatever's left in the pan belongs to me. That bowl, that's for all of you. This is mine.
That's awesome. I'm not a big cake person. I would rather have like a biscuit with butter and jam on it, or, you know, cinnamon bun for a dessert than a cake or a. I could do cobbler, but I'm not huge on pie either. So.
I agree with you on the cake thing, as long as we're not talking about red velvet, because red velvet is awesome.
I can't get into it. It doesn't. I don't know why. I think it's because I still like the savory, so I love anything that has butter. Like when I was younger, I used to take chocolate cake and put butter on it to see if I would like it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. My family thought I was crazy.
You are crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, they're like,
family was
"You're really putting butter on cake right now?" Like,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I am, because I like butter.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Hey. What's wrong with sweet and butter? Butter goes with everything. Butter goes with salty. Butter goes with sweet. Doesn't really go sour.
No, not really.
Doesn't go with sour, but.
Yeah. But
Well, I take that back. You could make saltwater taffy, and you could, I mean, when you're twisting it, you know, it has butter, but you could add some kind of tang to it. Maybe like a lemon, and then it could be like a lemon butter saltwater taffy. So lemon and butter do go together. So the tang. Okay, so butter really can go.
Yeah, that works because you have the citrus that cuts through it, the acid. Yeah, that works.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Bye, Captain. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
But yeah, Saturday was my sister's graduation. She graduated from University of Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out. Make a call.
Bye, Nate.
Later, man. Down at the convention center, so I was there just taking pictures. And
yay!
The ceremony was long and boring, and mostly boring. All I wanted to see is my sister walk across the stage. After that, it's like I kind of stopped caring.
I was at a wedding for my cousin, one of my baby cousins. I'm the oldest girl of 13 cousins on my dad's side, and I decorated the arbor that her dad had made. I want to show you a picture because I'm so proud of how it turned out. I feel like I could maybe be, you know, on the side a professional florist. I don't know if you'll be able to see it if I hold it up to the camera, though.
Yeah, probably. Oh, wow. You did that? That is nice.
Yeah, and that was at my family's ranch. So it was really cool. See, I'll show you. You can see the backdrop. So the hay bales were like the seating, and then in the back is.
Oh yeah, I see what you did there.
And they walk through a door. So most of the flowers that I put on the thing were in front, and I just got all except for baby's breath and some daisies. Everything came from my dad's property, the hills, you know, the just garden, everything around there. If there was just, I mean, there's so like 9, you know. We have like 100 or something acres out there, so just.
How long did that take you to put together?
You know, I started gathering.
Good
the
morning
gathering
to you,
took
Melissa. We have a red flag
I'd say
warning
2
in
hours.
place for the afternoon
That's
and
not
evening
bad.
today. Wind, low humidity, fire danger out there.
It was
So
so
possible
fun.
including shower and thunderstorm
That must
chances.
have been
I want to do it
fantastic.
again. I had so much fun. It was so, and we had our like grandpa's old truck. I'll show you a picture of my brother and I sitting on the. It was like the most fun I've ever had at a wedding. I think because it was so sentimental. The fact that it was at our, you know, family's ranch. It was just super cool to be able to be, you know, out there. And then the reception was where her mom, aunt, had her reception, and I was the flower girl in that wedding. So the whole thing was just super cool. Let me see if I can find the one. Oh, you could see my brother and I sitting on the old. I'm sitting on the old truck.
Oh yeah, he's just chilling on the side there.
Yeah. So that truck was my great-grandfather's. My uncle actually got it up and running and then drove my cousin in with it. It was so fun.
Yes.
It was awesome. So awesome. It was so cool.
Absolutely brilliant. I love it.
It was awesome. So did you guys go celebrate after she graduated?
Well, yeah, it's like she decided it's like, well, she's pregnant, so food is kind of her top priority in any given.
Yeah.
So it's like we went to Red Robin.
Oh, yum. Their burgers are so good.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I couldn't even eat all of mine. Well, primarily it's like I didn't plan on eating all of it because I knew I was going to go out later on that night with my girlfriend. We went to Ruby River, and I had pretty much the biggest prime rib they could possibly make.
I love Ruby River is like underutilized. I feel like in Reno, people don't go there enough.
You know, I'm telling you, it's like anytime I'm trying to go out, that's where I'm trying to go because.
Steak, yeah.
And plus, it's like, I mean, the service is like fantastic. No matter how busy they are, it's like they are on top of it.
And always so happy and nice. You know, super friendly.
Yeah.
Best, obviously. When someone's happy to be there, you know, even though they're working, it's tough. It'd be hard. I cocktail waitressed for like a summer,
and welcome back, everybody. Tim
it wasn't
back.
Right.
You know, Tim said maybe you wanted this week off.
I did. Well,
Just a
evening.
night
I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
do
I was
it.
working for Brandon. He had the week off. It was pretty nice. It was nice to not get up at 3 o'clock in the morning for 4 out of the 5 days last week. So
And
that
now
was
we've
pretty nice.
pulled you back into
Yeah.
the dark side.
Now I'm back over to bright and early or dark and early, depending on how you look at it. Hey,
Dark and
I
early.
actually
That's more
snapped our
accurate.
picture of the day
Definitely
out
dark
on
and
the
early.
highway. I was up there for Sam Boatman's wedding, our morning anchor here at News 4 today, and you know, it was a beautiful area, and I think that we live in a beautiful area in general, so I wanted to capture it on camera and show it to you. I hope that you like it. Go check it out at KRNV News 4 on Facebook if you'd like, and also send us your pictures. We'd like to have them on the show. So as we take a look at your headlines for your Monday, some sun and clouds out there for the day today. Isolated storms are possible. We've been saying that for the last couple of days, and we did have a couple of isolated showers well to the north of Reno over the weekend. That is possible again today, but slipping a little further south. So we could see a couple of those in the Truckee Meadows this time. A breezy afternoon on tap for us. It's warm, it's breezy, and it's mainly dry, so we have a red flag warning in place for fire weather out there. 78 degrees right now in Reno, 78 already at 11 o'clock in the morning. Pretty much calm winds for now. Humidity is kind of low at 15%. We're at 75 in Carson City, 67 in South Lake Tahoe, and 80 degrees already at this early hour in Fernley. So we are looking at the possibility for a few of those afternoon showers and thunderstorms to pop up. You can see them happening in eastern Oregon now. That's kind of what we're looking for a little further south as the afternoon progresses. But the thing is, they're going to be isolated at best. You can kind of see that here on Futurecast, just a couple of them popping up across the area, especially likely north of Reno, out along that California-Nevada border, calming down as the night goes on, and then we'll do it again for your Tuesday, though again, isolated is going to be the key word for Tuesday as well. We'll also see the winds picking up this afternoon. So about 10 to 15, gusting to 30 for lake level with temperatures into the mid-60s. Western Nevada into the 80s for many areas today. Upper elevations in the 70s, places like Genoa and Markleeville. We're looking at those clouds to build into the afternoon. It is breezy again, 10 to 15, gusting to 30 for many areas. And just east of the Sierra here into the valleys of Western Nevada, I think 10 to 15, gusting to 35 out of the west. And again, the best chance for any showers or thunderstorms is going to be to the north of Reno, places like Gerlach and Herlong and Susanville. Even you might be on the southern periphery of where we see some of these thunderstorms and showers. 85 degrees in Reno, isolated shower possible. We'll be watching for that as the day goes on. Isolated continuing showers Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but diminishing really as far as the chances are concerned. Really drying things out going into the weekend as well. Again, most of us will be dry for that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It is warm too, 80s in Carson City, 70s for the 7-day in South Lake Tahoe. Back to you, Melissa.
All right, Tim, thank you so much for that. Well, the New York Times released new information regarding the NSA. Find out how they're using our pictures for facial recognition. Coming up in your tech news. Sure. Hey, real quickly, Amanda, do you mind if we keep Walmart and float Zuckerberg? And I'll tell you why after the show.
Steve's bringing them to you right now.
She gets delivery on it and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, yes it is. You got issues. There's something wrong with you.
You know, I have a problem. Did they take a picture yet? Come on in. Let's take it. Let's take the picture. 222. Yeah, come on in. Hey, Jaybird, can you take this picture real quick?
Oh, Pete Game is like, I wanted to reiterate, we're on for Thursday
Here,
for the
close to me,
Korean.
would ya? Come around me. Yep. We're taking a picture together with everybody behind us. Okay. Hey, that's not working.
The next picture is going to be of Melissa with her face shoved
her
into
face.
that thing.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Hey, can I just get one more? Girls, can you please take one of these? Each? Okay, each take one, each take one. Quick, quick, quick. How much time do we have? Can we do this? Where we're all like this?
All right.
Nice and tight.
Later, Al.
Later.
Perfect.
Oh, bye, Al.
Thanks, ladies. Oh, 20 out. Thank you. Oh, thank you, sisters. I love it. 15. Thanks, you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. All right, here we go.
Amanda didn't hear me. Welcome back, everybody. Now in your tech news, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan are giving San Francisco area schools a hefty donation. They said they're pledging $120 million to help improve education in the city's underserved communities. Zuckerberg says the money is going to come from Startup Education Fund over the next 5 years. It's going to give educators the resources to be innovative in their classrooms and support disadvantaged students as well. Well, the National Security Agency is reportedly capturing millions of images per day to enhance facial recognition software. This is all according to a report in the New York Times. The Times says that it's learned that the details through top secret documents leaked by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. The report claims that NSA agents used images included in, quote, text messages, social media, video conferences, and other communication facial recognition programs use of computers. And basically they're using it to automatically identify a person based on a digital image or video source. An NSA spokeswoman defended the program, telling the Times it's part of the agency's job to improve intelligence gathering. Coming up next, bored of a soccer game here and there, they just get too long? Well, how about this? One person gets a little bit too close to a player.
Let's see. Constantine is Friday, October 24th. And I think that's all we got right now. Let me double check them. I'm gonna have to know all of them.
What are you saying?
Oh, sorry, I was like, I'm trying to organize for the fall TV season. I need to know when all the shows are coming out so I can plan Geeks of the Round around all of that.
The one that they previewed one last night for, what's it called? It was on HBO. They previewed it right before GOT, and it looks so good. And it's like where the people just disappear. What's that one called?
Really, a new show?
Yeah.
People just disappear.
It's called something random. I can't remember it, but it looks so good, and I'm so excited to have another show that I will actually like and get into.
It's like it's actually getting to the point where I'm starting to consider that a bad thing. It's like I'm already watching too much TV.
I just don't get into all of them. I can't. It has to be very. I mean, I'll watch. Okay, Real Housewives of New York. They crack me up because they're totally just Looney Tunes. And so I'll watch all of those ones. Kind of like
I'm Bill Frankmore,
when I'm
coming up in
cleaning.
just a bit on News
Right.
noon. A nationwide manhunt is underway for a man considered armed and dangerous, and he was
That makes
last seen
sense.
just about 200 miles from our area. We're going to have the latest on the search for him in a live report. Plus, an area elementary school gets a first-hand feel of what it is like to experience a large earthquake. We're going to take you inside the big shaker to show you how it works. And a new sneaker deal for a horse. Well, when you're California Chrome, anything is possible. We'll explain. We'll see you back here at noon.
All right, finally here on the News 404. But who knew that a paper airplane could fly so far, and it could be so much fun? Check this out. This is during the English versus Peru soccer game. An English fan bored during the football game threw a paper airplane from the top of the stadium, top of it. Incredibly, he hit, keeps going, a Peru player. The crowd went nuts, as if the team actually scored a goal. No, but it did hit him in the side of the head. You'll see here, there it is, boom! There's a closer shot here in the second.
No way.
Why, it's true. It was posted on May 30th. There it is. Watch. Here it goes. Boom!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you know that had
That is
to
so
hurt.
funny.
Yeah.
Right in the ear.
Yeah, right in the ear. This video all the way already has like 3 million views almost. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
It's a big piece of paper. Could have poked his eye out. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here at noon.
Damn you, Antonia. This actually looks pretty cool. I might have to add this to my watch list.
No, you really need to. I was just watching the preview last night, and I was about to freak out, like, when I must watch. It looks so good.
This does look
You
pretty
guys,
freaking
I'm out
cool.
of here. All I have to say, cheesecake, nobody between me and him. I got to go. I got other things to do and stuff in my face.
I know better than to get between you and food, Melissa. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, you guys. See ya.
Bye.